Most people, when they think of the tyrannosaurs, think of the giant classics, animals like Tarbosaurus, Albertosaurus, and the famous Tyrannosaurus rex. But just like every other species of large animal, they all evolved from animals of small beginnings. Welcome back to Paleopedia, and meet the dinosaur known as Guanlong, a small theropod from China. Known from two individuals, a partially complete adult and a nearly complete juvenile, this species of dinosaur is one of the earliest known tyrannosaurids that lived around 160 million years ago. As far as tyrannosaurs go, it was very small. It only measured around 10 feet in length or so, and it looked kind of a bit more like a dromaeosaur, or maybe something like Monolophosaurus. It looked like your classic theropod. It had a horizontally held tail, walked on two legs, and its arms were smaller than its back legs. And like a lot of smaller theropods, it did have a nasal crest like Monolophosaurus or Dilophosaurus that it probably used for mating purposes or maybe as intimidation displays against other individuals in its species. And again, it's one of the earliest representatives of the superfamily known as Tyrannosauroidea, with its descendants being those classic giants. But unlike those later representatives, Guanlong had 3 fingers on each hand instead of 2 like Tyrannosaurus rex did. Its arms were also proportionally longer, hinting at a different hunting style than the crushing bite of dinosaurs like Tyrannosaurus rex. But there is some indication that Guanlong was starting to rely on its bite more than its claws to hold on to prey, as its head was a little bit bigger compared to other medium-sized theropods of its time. This almost certainly hints at the origins of the Tyrannosaur group evolving bigger heads and more powerful jaw muscles to become those bone crushers of the last of their kind. Something unique about our knowledge of Guanlong compared to other dinosaurs, not even just tyrannosaurs, is that we have good specimens of both an adult and a juvenile. This allows us to see the differences in the young versus the adults. For example, the adult, which died at around age 12 and was fully mature at around 7 years old, had a nasal crest that stretched from the tip of its snout to the top of its head, whereas the juvenile, which died at around 6 years old, the nasal crest was restricted to just the front of the snout. And we know that Guanlong is one of the earlier representatives of the Tyrannosaur family because of features in the skeleton, including the shape of the teeth and the pelvic area being similar to Tyrannosaurs compared to other theropods of the time. There's not really too much more really to describe about Guanlong, at least I don't really have the time today to dive a bit more deeper into it. I might do so in a future video, but I did want to just highlight a representative of one of the most famous groups of dinosaurs that we have ever discovered in the history of our planet.